Timor Leste is such a positive surprise with a European vibe in the middle of Southeast Asia. So I'm spoiling myself a bit with some delicious ham and even managed to find some positive energy in small things, even though I have quite some challenges after my eventful sail. So finally I'm gonna be up running again, so it's gonna be exciting to test it out. Join me as I'm sailing around the world on Be Free, a Bavaria 55 cruiser. So it's really fascinating to be in a place where it's blue sky and the sun is shining, which means I get a lot of power on my batteries. I also replaced the battery that was not so happy, and I managed to charge it up again separately. Now I am not so desperately needing sun because as we say, a status report on my generator. Interesting enough, after I did the adjustments, I disconnected the throttle servo and also have a few more upgrades coming, which I will share with you later. But the fact is, this generator has never ever in its entire history on board this boat been as reliable as it is now. And that's really fascinating. I actually made a video about it, how I solved my generator problems. And the reasons for being so confident in this video was the results was confirmed and tested over a period of time. And my more technical videos does not follow my ordinary timeline, and it can include all clips and even clips that's not yet published, as I can be a bit behind on where I am versus what I upload. Given the fact that over the last month starts when I need it and stops when I tell it to stop, it's good reasons to believe I'm correct, claiming the biggest problem was in the software, making the computer sending you on an endless ghost hunt for absolutely no reason. And this computer problems I suspect is related to how my generator used to behave before, giving high spikes in electricity when it was behaving at its worst. I don't know if you remember, but back in San Andres, this MacBook Pro was sitting on the countertop here, and I was uploading to YouTube. Unfortunately, I had the hatch above here open, and I went over to Rick to assist him. And being down below in his engine room, I could not hear the rain was coming, and when I come back to Be Free, I could see it's been raining, and I was like, oh shoot. And I went down below here, and normally I always close my hatches when I leave the boat, but it was sort of emergency. Because I'm in Timor Leste, I'm not gonna stay here for long. It's gonna be, well, I consider it as like 100% not possible to order it, to have it in here before I leave. So an alternative might be to order it and have it shipped to Bali if I manage to find the address there. That's one of the challenges when you are sailing, to have things shipped in. To where? You need an address and some reliable people that can eventually pick things up for you also. Shipping time is one of the biggest challenges some places on this planet, and here is probably between 6 and 8 weeks. Different custom and tax rules is also making shipping a challenge, and in some cases not even possible. Some places, as an example, importing a new radar antenna is considered as illegal, meaning you will never see your expensive shipment. Some places the taxes are so ridiculous, like in Tahiti, the part ends up with a double price after everything is paid for. Visiting remote and spectacular places is just amazing, and to have this experience is a blessing difficult to explain in other ways than showing you these stunning sceneries like this. However, the struggle and challenge this can create is not so often shared, and just as much as this can be a blessing, it can be quite difficult. Even places that looks more developed can be a significant counterpart to the feeling of being in paradise. And my biggest challenge right now is there is no sail lofts around here. The closest one is in Bali. And what also is a bit of a concern is not only the cost of new sails, but the import rules and taxes into Indonesia. So I do have quite some challenges, not only right here, right now, but also ahead of me. So, but yeah, this is what I'm struggling with right now. Try to come back up running again so I can make videos for you guys. One of the differences between traveling around the world with airplane and sailing is not only the time-consuming check-in process. If you travel by plane and have a pre-booked hotel, you can start exploring and being a tourist right away. As a sailor, however, it's a totally different story. I've sometimes been questioning what I'm doing. First of all, sailing is definitely the most expensive way you can travel around the world for free. It might sound a bit cliché, but it's more true than anything. Just imagine how many nights on a luxury resort I could have only for the cost of one sail, and all the flights I could have for only the cost of my insurance. The running cost on a yacht can of course vary, but so can also the standard of flights and hotels. And right now my tourist tour and shopping round is not for new clothes or souvenirs. It's for getting diesel and even to try sourcing parts for my water maker and my iMac. More the rule than exception is that the first thing to do on a new place is to fix lots of things on your yacht. No matter how much you just want to explore the new place. And right now, this is thoughts that have been trying to mess up my mind, as it's so much to fix after my eventful sail. Not to forget the costs ahead of me. Still, I know as soon as I'm getting out there sailing again, every negative or even to some more rational thinking disappears. And I know I'm soon setting sail again. If my purpose of being here on YouTube was for making travel videos, I would for sure been easier and cheaper ways to do it. So the takeaway here is probably that if you dream about travel and make YouTube videos as your living, a yacht is among the most expensive and labor-intensive platforms to do so. But then again, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm only a sailor sharing my adventure with you. And I'm not planning on letting this setback stop me either. I still don't know how to deal with everything, but I'm still positive and believe it's a solution. Sometimes it just takes more time. So East Timor is so much more developed than I could imagine. I mean, I'm working now at Timor Plaza, which have a lot of modern stores, a huge shopping mall and just amazing supermarkets, and it's just nuts. I could not expect anything like this. Look. So it's a sort of atrium here with a lot of stores and some high-end brands, and then of course a lot of phone stores where you find everywhere, and electronics and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons I'm here. I try to come up with an emergency solution for my Mac problems, because I cannot edit videos. And as any places that's sort of developed, you will also find McDonald's or Burger King, and here they have Burger King. I did so not expect this. I mean, it's in the middle of Indonesia, and then you come to a tiny little nation that's so developed and have everything. In the previous episode I said seeing people doing sports and take care of their health is to me a symbol of wealth. Even having enough clients making it possible to run special stores like this in a tiny nation is also quite a strong signal. The European and especially Portuguese influence is quite visual. I'm tempted to call Timor Leste for Portonesia, as a mix of Indonesia and Portugal. And I'm just blown away to find real cheese and ham that can be sliced up like this. Together with the Spanish, French and Italian, in my opinion, the Portuguese is among the best you can get in the world. Okay, so I'm having some Portuguese ham sliced up here for my sandwiches. This is awesome. I feel so lucky and happy to be spoiling myself like this right now. This is also my favorite to replace bacon with, as it's so much more tasty and less fat. We can take a little bit more, yes. So as you can see, here you can find anything from bacalhau to cheese, ham and even wine. And funny enough, it's a supermercado, that's Portuguese for supermarket. For me, this is quite a funny experience, feeling a bit of Europe in the middle of Southeast Asia. Only thing that does not fit into the picture is US dollar. But obviously they are not Europe and cannot have euros. Still, it's truly fascinating with this mix of Portuguese and English. This nice guy here helped me to find the right USB hub I needed. So it's been a jungle, but he managed to find it. Thank you so much. So finally I'm gonna be up running again. So it's gonna be exciting to test it out. And finally I had a little bit of success, so I just embraced the positive things. I managed to fix my MacBook Pro after I opened it and disabled the fingerprint sensor, and I put it all back together again. And the screen I bought is also working with this Mac. It's not perfect. I mean, it was impossible to find a 4K screen in Timor Leste. But here at least I have a screen that can at least give me a little bit visual what I'm working on. It's not optimal, it's not perfect, but at least it works. And this was my biggest challenge. I was afraid I would be without any possibilities to upload any videos for you for several weeks to come. So yeah, it's working. And also I managed to find this tiny little fan that's a USB rechargeable fan, and it works super well. And it's so hot sitting down here and trying to edit videos. So this is a lifesaver. So it's time to try to make some videos. It's a little bit challenging because it's not 4K, so I don't know exactly how perfect it is, because the picture on this screen is absolutely not perfect. But anyway, it sort of works. And even my batteries are contributing to give me a happy day. They are fully charged from the sunshine here, which is a long time since I have experienced, meaning I can edit videos without running my generator. And also it's a good starting point for my upcoming sailing again. So now I just have to try to be a little bit efficient and see if I can manage to upload this video, and also start preparing my sail to Bali. There is a really nice weather window coming up, and it's gonna be as it looks like, a very smooth and nice downwind sailing to Bali with well, what's left of the sails I have. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. Also thank you for helping me growing this channel by subscribing. And remember to hit that notification bell not to miss my Southeast Asia adventure. A special thank you to all my amazing patrons, family and friends for helping. Much love from me on adventures with Be Free.